I'm Mikaela Shiffrin, current record holder for most World Cup victories.
Mikaela Shiffrin's name is etched in the annals of skiing history, but beneath the glittering medals and record-breaking performances lies a narrative that isn't as pristine. At just 29, she stands as a two-time Olympic gold medalist with an astounding 99 World Cup victories. Her dominance across all alpine disciplines is unparalleled, yet the relentless pursuit of perfection has come with its share of challenges. The world knows her as a skiing prodigy, but few understand the sacrifices, pressures, and personal tribulations she's endured to stay at the top. Her meteoric rise began in 2014, when an 18-year-old Mikaela stunned the world with a gold medal in the slalom at the Winter Olympics. That moment wasn't just a victory, it was the birth of an icon. Yet, with her newfound fame came the crushing weight of expectations. The media labeled her a once-in-a-generation athlete, and the public wanted nothing less than perfection. But behind every triumphant run, Mikaela grappled with intense pressure. Anxiety gripped her before races, and the fear of failing her fans, her team, and herself was a constant companion. For most, skiing is a sport. For Mikaela, it became a battle between mind and body, victory and vulnerability. Adding to the complexity of her journey were the relentless rumors and speculations about her personal life. Fans and media outlets scrutinized every aspect, from her motivations to step away from skiing temporarily to her deeply private relationships. The whispers only grew louder when she began dating Norwegian skier Alexander Amott Kilde. Their relationship became the subject of tabloid fodder, with theories ranging from him being her emotional anchor to critics suggesting he might be a distraction. Yet their love story proved to be more than gossip. It showcased a partnership built on mutual respect and understanding. Alexander, a decorated skier in his own right, brought a unique perspective to Mikaela's life. Together, they navigated the highs and lows of competitive sports, providing solace to one another in their most challenging moments. Their bond became a beacon of support during Alexander's devastating crash in 2024. As he faced a grueling recovery, Mikaela's unwavering presence highlighted the depth of their connection. Fans debated whether their relationship was a source of strength or an obstacle to her career, but Mikaela's actions spoke volumes. She stood by her partner just as fiercely as she approached her sport. But not even Alexander's support could shield her from the devastation of her own injury in late 2024. The Killington race, which could have marked her historic 100th World Cup win, turned into a nightmare. A severe crash left her with a puncture wound and abdominal muscle trauma. The sight of Mikaela being stretchered off the course sent shockwaves through the skiing community. The once invincible champion suddenly seemed vulnerable, and whispers of retirement began to circulate. Would this be the moment Mikaela stepped away from the sport that had defined her life? The speculation intensified as she embarked on her recovery journey. Mikaela, ever the fighter, shared glimpses of her struggles, peeling back the layers of her public persona. The vulnerability she displayed was as striking as her skiing prowess. She spoke candidly about the pain, both physical and emotional, and the doubts that crept in during her lowest moments. Yet there was also an unshakable determination, a refusal to let the crash define her legacy. For someone who has spent over a decade chasing perfection, Mikaela's recovery was more than just physical rehabilitation. It was a test of her resilience and her ability to redefine success. Fans watched as she documented her slow but steady progress, from gym sessions to tentative steps back onto the snow. Every post, every update was dissected for clues about her future. Was she gearing up for a triumphant return, or was this the beginning of her farewell? The injury wasn't just a setback, it reignited old questions about Mikaela's ability to balance her personal and professional life. Her critics questioned whether she could maintain her focus amidst the pressures of a high-profile relationship and the grief of losing her father in 2020. The tragedy had cast a long shadow over her life, forcing her to confront her own humanity in a way few athletes ever do. Mikaela's reflections on her father's passing revealed a side of her that fans rarely saw: raw, emotional, and deeply introspective. Yet, even as she opened up about her struggles, Mikaela refused to be defined by them. She acknowledged her vulnerabilities without allowing them to eclipse her achievements. Her ability to share her story resonated with fans, who saw in her a reflection of their own challenges. For all her accolades, it was her humanity that drew people in, creating a connection that transcended the sport. As Mikaela Shiffrin worked her way through recovery, the skiing world buzzed with questions. Could she make it back in time to chase her 100th World Cup win? Her fans, unwavering in their support, speculated whether the injury would alter her legendary trajectory or mark a pivotal chapter in her career. For Mikaela, however, the focus wasn't on what the world expected, it was on what she needed to rebuild herself. The recovery process wasn't without its challenges. Mikaela's updates revealed the grit required to navigate not only the physical demands of healing, but also the mental toll. In her social media posts, she shared glimpses of long hours spent in physical therapy, strength training, and mental conditioning. It was clear she was pushing herself to the limit, but always with caution, mindful of not rushing her comeback. Fans noticed the transformation in her tone. While once consumed by results, Mikaela seemed to be learning the value of patience. The support from her fiancé, Alexander Amat Kilda, was unwavering. As she rebuilt her strength, he frequently appeared in her posts, whether cheering her on or offering quiet moments of solace. Their relationship, already under public scrutiny, became a focal point in discussions about Mikaela's future. Critics suggested that Alexander's own comeback from his injury might serve as an inspiration for Mikaela, while others speculated whether their shared challenges could lead them to shift their focus away from skiing altogether. Regardless of the noise, the couple's bond was undeniable, with each serving as the other's biggest cheerleader. Mikaela's return to the snow, captured in a short video she shared with her fans, became a viral moment. The footage, showing her cautiously navigating the slopes with controlled precision, marked a significant milestone. While it was far from her usual high-speed runs, it signaled progress and reignited hope among her supporters. For Mikaela, it was a chance to reconnect with the sport that had defined her life, even if only in small steps. The skiing community rallied behind her, with peers and competitors alike offering words of encouragement. Many, including her longtime rival and former record holder Lindsey Vonn, spoke publicly about the resilience Mikaela had shown. Lindsey, no stranger to injury and comeback stories herself, expressed admiration for Mikaela's determination. It's not just about getting back on the slopes, it's about rediscovering the joy of the sport, Lindsey commented in an interview. Her words carried weight as they echoed the internal journey Mikaela seemed to be navigating, finding meaning beyond the medals. Despite the positivity surrounding her recovery, speculation about Mikaela's next moves didn't wane. Pundits debated whether she would alter her approach to competition, perhaps prioritizing fewer events to preserve her health. Others suggested that her injury might mark the beginning of a new phase in her career, where mentorship and advocacy could take precedence. Her vocal support for initiatives promoting mental health and athlete well-being only fueled these discussions. The possibility of retirement, though unspoken by Mikaela herself, loomed in the background. For a sportsperson who had spent over a decade at the pinnacle of their field, the idea of stepping away was daunting but not unimaginable. Fans and analysts alike speculated whether her upcoming races would be a farewell tour or a triumphant return. Every post, every interview was dissected for hints about her intentions. Mikaela, for her part, kept her focus on the present, refusing to let external pressures dictate her decisions. What made Mikaela's journey particularly compelling was her openness about the struggles she faced. While many athletes maintain a polished public image, Mikaela wasn't afraid to show the messy, unfiltered side of recovery. She talked candidly about the frustration of limited mobility, the fear of re-injury, and the mental battle to stay motivated. Her transparency resonated deeply with her audience, many of whom saw her as a beacon of resilience in their own lives. As she prepared for her eventual return to competition, the skiing world braced itself for what could be one of the most significant comebacks in sports history. Mikaela's journey wasn't just about physical healing, it was about reclaiming her identity as an athlete and rediscovering her love for the sport. Whether she reached her 100th win or not, her story had already transcended the slopes, becoming a testament to the human spirit's capacity for perseverance. Mikaela's fans, ever loyal, eagerly awaited her next move. Would she take to the slopes with the same intensity that had defined her career, or would she chart a new path, blending competition with advocacy? As her story continued to unfold, one thing remained certain: Mikaela Shiffrin wasn't just chasing records, she was carving out a legacy that extended far beyond the finish line.